story. This is the story of
rolling outside of 2 pesos, pounding my Jeep 2 in the morning, but it's on.
Damn, look at that bitch. Lady Gaga look crazy as hell, boy. God damn. Freak. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Midnight Freak. Once again, working on a night shift. I know most of you are wondering, okay, what's up with the title? Tell me the story. Why the hell today's episode is called that? And I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there soon. Give me a second, y'all.
Guys have had it, and it's one of the greatest moments of their lives. I think now it's almost like they're collateral damage in what's going on between the owners and the players.
All right, y'all. Before I get into the whole story of why the episode is called what it's called, I want to talk about something serious for a second, man. For most of you may know what's happened in Japan recently, the whole earthquake, tsunami thing, and now they even have a nuclear issue going on over there, man. And I just want to comment on that for a second, man, just to not really get your opinion on it, but just to make sure y'all guys at least know what's going on with it, and at least, you know, aware of it. It's personally affected me, man, because I have a friend over there. For those of y'all who've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you come across maybe some of my Animal Crossing videos. And a couple of those videos, I played with a girl from Japan, a lady, female, by the name of Rose. I call her Rose Chan. And like I said, I've played with her Animal Crossing but maybe 3 or 4 times to actually record it. And the videos are on my channel, you can find them now. And so I contacted her, man, why this is going on. And she's doing all right. Her family is okay. She did say that so far she hasn't been to contact some of her friends. So that's kind of, you know, serious right there. But overall, she's doing okay. And so, you know, I just want to talk about it a little bit, man, just for people to be aware of it, what's going on, you know. And there's always in life, there's always more important things than video games. There's always more important things than, you know, everything else that we our wants, you know what I'm saying? And it's real funny too to be on these sites that's dedicated to stuff that comes from Japan, you know, video games, manga, anime, whatever. And instead of people complain about not getting something because of what's going on. I was on a site today, for example. It's a site I usually go to when I'm discussing anime and manga, you know, One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, whatever. And there's actually fools on there upset that new episodes of One Piece hasn't aired. Episode 490 hasn't aired yet, all because of this whole earthquake tsunami thing. In Japan, you know, they pretty much, I guess, shut down the television. I don't know what's going on, but they're not airing it. And there's people upset that now we're not getting those episodes on time, you know. And it was their mind. And it's like, man, you know, why the hell even stop life just because this whole tragedy is going on? Well, that's why. The tragedy stopped life, man. So expect, you know, maybe some games not to come out. Expect anime not to show up on time, manga not to show up on time, a lot of things not to show up on time because they're dealing with a real situation over there. People are dying. Areas are wiped out. Homes are gone. So it's a lot more important things than, you know, the stuff that we get from them. And I just want to bring that to your attention, man. Hope you guys are thinking about that kind of stuff. Now I'm gonna get ready to take off, and I'll start the story of why it's called Duck Sex. Alright, people, I'm finally calling it a night. Okay, when I go back to my hometown to see my family, I always end up hanging out with 2 of my cousins. Both of them are male. One is my older cousin, who's older by a year and a half, and then the other one is younger, and he's younger by about 2 years. And so I always end up hanging out with them. We kick it, we catch up and everything. And so last time I was there, we was over at my younger cousin's house, and his wife shows up. He's married and has a kid about 2 years old, 2 maybe 3. His wife shows up, and she has this little story for us. Basically, every time they go to the duck pond, which they just came back from, something always happens. Some animal always get killed. They always see some kind of murder happen at the duck pond. You know, this little boy is like 2 years old, 3 years old, and he's watching animals get killed in front of his eyes. The first time they went, they were feeding the ducks, and then this stray dog shows up. And the stray dog kills the duck they were feeding. Right in front of the kid's face. Okay? Crazy. The next time they go, they're feeding the ducks, but the ducks are not there. Instead, the bread they're throwing into the water, the duck pond, the fish are eating up. And so they can see the fish eating the bread and everything, and it was cool. Well, all of a sudden, this duck come out of nowhere and catches the fish they were feeding, brings it onto land, and begins to eat it in front of them. Okay? Crazy. Second death, second murder, right? So what happened recently when they was there last time, and this is where the story comes from. While they're there, out in the middle of the pond, there's like 4 ducks. 3 ducks attacking this other duck. And I mean, they're attacking it. They're poking at the feathers. It's bleeding. You can see the duck bleeding, according to her. And also, they were dunking the duck's head in the water. I mean, basically trying to drown it. And so they see this, they're freaking out. They're throwing rocks in there. They're trying to get the ducks off of ducks off of this one duck. I mean, they couldn't understand why the ducks were attacking this duck, you know. And so they're trying to get the duck off all these 3 ducks off this one duck, and they succeeded. And then, you know, for a little bit, everything was cool. And then minutes later, they come back and do it again. And so the whole time they're freaking out. One, you know, the little kids looking like, why are these ducks attacking this other duck? And the mom is, my cousin's, you know, wife, she's freaking out. She's like, why is this happening? I've never seen ducks attack each other. I've never seen ducks be violent like that. Come to find out what happened. I didn't have my lights on, by the way. I did not notice that. It was basically, come to find out what happened. The ducks were doing a gangbang. The duck that was getting attacked was a female duck, and the other ducks with male ducks. And that's how ducks mate during, mating season. Doing while they're twitterpating. For those of you who watch, Baby, you're younger. In heat, the other 3 ducks join forces together, and one duck's job is to try to drown the duck, but basically get the duck's head in the water, while the other ducks take turn, get what they can, and then they switch. Blew my mind. This is what she was told by somebody at the duck pond. They were mating. I mean, it blew my mind. She told this story. I never thought. I've seen, dogs do it, and dogs pretty much, the male dog behind the female dog gets some, and it's all cool. When cats do it, it's kind of aggressive. Male cats put their claws on the female's back, and they bite the female's neck. I mean, they hold the female down. It's aggressive, rough sex. But ducks, they gangbang. They gangbang rape female ducks, dude. Imagine Daffy, Donald, and Scrooge all gangbanging Daisy. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they dumping the hoe's head in the water, and they, plucking her feathers, taking turns getting that ass. It had me rolling, man. I never, like I said, I've never heard anywhere in the animal kingdom where animals, gangbang a female like that. And gangbang her to the point where it seems like they're basically just raping her. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, that's why it's called Duck Sex Tonight, because it was just crazy, Dogs make love, you know what I'm saying? Cats, it's rough sex. And ducks, excuse me, I'm burping. Ducks, they gangbang rape, y'all. Crazy. So if you learn anything tonight, next time you go to a duck pond, just watch the ducks. See if you can see this happening, man. I mean, I need to witness it myself, because I live by a duck pond. I've never ever seen this happen. Ducks are always cool, walking in lines and everything, and duck ponds swimming together. Everything's chill. I never see them all, want to get some, and had to go to this whole, gangbang thing. But that was what she was told at the duck pond. So instead of seeing a duck, even though she thought she was seeing a duck getting killed by other ducks, all she ended up witnessing was a duck being raped by other ducks. Crazy, y'all, crazy. Alright, man, this is another episode of Work on the Night Shift. Kind of random story, real out there. I go from something serious, talking about Japan and earthquakes and people dying, to ducks committing mad rape, gang rape. That's what happens, man, on the night shift. This is your boy, the Midnight Freak. I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.
ever,